my sweet friends. All right, listen, do y'all ever go to the store and maybe you need one or two things and you end up just grabbing random things most of the time because you're hungry? Well, I do. I'm not bad about doing it at the grocery, but I'm terrible about doing it at the dollar store. Well, one thing that I have picked up is these hash brown patties. You see here, they come in this package of 10. And I've got 2 of them out, and then I just put them in this Ziploc bag to put them back in the freezer. But I'm terrible about going to the dollar store to get 1 or 2 things, and then I'll just stay in there and just shop around. You'd think I was at a shopping center or a mall. Anyway, I grabbed those, and if my boys were here, they would have a little bit more purpose, but for me, they don't. And I thought, what am I going to do with those hash browns that I bought? So let me tell you what I have come up with. All right, so I have 2 out here. And I kind of sprayed the foil a little bit, and I did a little spray on top. That way it maybe help give it a little crunch. So we're going to pop these in the oven first thing. I have it on 400. I'm just going to cook those to the according to the directions on the package. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make us a burger. So I'm going to call this a hash brown cheeseburger. Okay. I have this little pack of hamburger here that I'd grabbed. This is not even a whole pound. Close to it. It says 0.90, so almost a pound. It's starting to look like it's trying to get a little dark on me. But anyway, I am going to just do this whole thing since it's just a little bit. And I'll just make however many burgers that it makes. And then I can possibly freeze them. Or I may cook a few extra, whichever. We'll just see how much it does. So let's get these made up, okay? Let's see. Let me go ahead and get let me season first. Let's see. Let me get focused here on what I'm doing. But I mean, I love hash browns. I'm not saying I don't like them, but it's just not something that I normally buy. And I don't know what in the world made me pick them things up, but we're gonna make good use of them. All right, I got my Lipton onion soup mix here, and y'all know if I don't use the whole pack, I like to spoon it out. That way, you get a little bit of all of it, because if not, if you go just pouring it, you may just get chunks of onions, or you may just get the seasoning. So I'm going to do quite a bit. Let's see. This is almost a pound, so I usually use a whole pack for 2 pounds, so quite a bit. I want these things to be flavorful. That's probably around about half the pack. Give or take a little bit. And you can season yours however you want. I just think this is good. It's easy. It's quick. And I'm going to do a little splash of our W sauce. Just a little. Like that. And then y'all know I like to do just a little bit of water. It just helps add some moisture in there. And that's especially a good idea when you're grilling them and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm just going to cook these in the skillet. But it works good on the grill also. Let's see here what we got. That onion soup mix smells so good. And also when you put the little bit of liquid in there, it kind of helps to go ahead and start softening up those onion pieces, because you know they're dried and they're really hard. You know, you don't want to work this too much. I like to kind of toss it around to get all that seasoning in there, and then I like to start patting them out. This looks like it's going to make a little bit more than what I thought. But I thought about it, and I thought, you know, if I make extra, I can just go ahead, pat them out, lay them in between some of these wax paper sheets, and stick them in a freezer bag and just freeze them. And then you can grab it out, and you already have a seasoned up burger. Anyway, let's see here. I'm trying to think. We don't want these to be too big. I don't know why I ain't got my other glove on yet. We don't want these to be too big, but let's see. I'm all over the place. That may be a little bit too big. Yeah, I think we're going to do these pretty small. Maybe like mini burger size. What do y'all think? And then we're going to kind of smash it down and make it pretty thin. Yeah, this will make quite a bit, this size. That's good. I'll be glad to have these in the freezer. That's a good idea anyway. All right, y'all, I'm just going to pat these out. I'm not going to keep you while I do all this. But y'all see here, I'm just going to make some little normal size burgers. And mini burger or medium burger, whatever you want to call it. And I'll be back in a second once I get these made up, y'all. Hey, y'all. Okay, you can see here we have 4 nice size burgers. That make a lot more than what I was expecting. So what I think I'm going to do tonight, I think I'm going to cook 2 just to have one left over for tomorrow, or if I just want to nibble on it or whatever. And then I'm going to take this paper and cut it, and then place it on top of this one, and then place another one on top of it, and just pop it in a freezer bag. And won't that be nice for a quick night meal, right? So let's see. I'm gonna and I'll hold off on doing this season on them. I'll just wait. But this is my my Kinder's Butcher's Burger Blend. Okay, I know y'all seen me use this before. I love this on my burgers. It's really good. And what I'll do is I'll place these in the skillet, seasoned side down, and then I'll do the other side. But I'm going to get these popped in a freezer bag and put in the freezer. In the meantime, I'm just going to let these sit here and hang out for a second while our hash brown is cooking, because I want it to get good and crisp, and it's not going to take these very long. And I want these to kind of warm up, you know, a little bit too. So I'm going to get this squared away, y'all, and I'll be back, and we'll get our burgers in the skillet. Okay, y'all, let's get our burgers tossed in here. In this skillet over here, I have just a little bit of oil and just a little bit of butter. Just enough to kind of coat the bottom of the skillet. That's a nice looking burger in there. I tell you what, I really did not expect that to make that many. I really didn't. Which this is a ground beef. It's going to cook down quite a bit. Let me wash my hands real quick and I'll be right back. Whoops. Alright. Now we're just going to season the other side with our same season. Our Kinder's Burger Blend. You use any kind of favorite season you want. I really like this. Okay, y'all. I got out our hash browns for a second and just flipped them over. They're getting well on their way. And this is a quick, easy meal. This will be done in no time. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show y'all. See here, I just put the paper on. I put a piece on the outside, in between, and then another piece on the other side. And I'm just going to pop these in the freezer, and that's a good idea. If you have some ground beef that's needing to be used up, just patchy out some burgers and pop them in the freezer. Hey y'all, I got our hash browns out here, and I am going to do a little salt and pepper on them, just a little bit. And these are pretty much done, but I'm going to pop them back in there for a second. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this shredded cheese on there. This is how much I've got left out of that I shredded the other day for something. I can't remember what I used it for. What did I use that for? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what I made that I used cheese for. Oh well. I can't remember nothing, no way. Okay. I'm just going to pop these back in there. Just let that cheese melt. Our burgers are pretty much done. I've got them just sitting here simmering. I'm going to put a slice of cheese on those. And then we'll be ready to build this thing up. Hey y'all, look at our stuff. It's all done. Here's our hash browns. I'm going to get one out and sit here on this plate, let it start cooling. There's no way to eat something like this without letting it cool off. And then I've got our cheese melted on our burgers. And if you see that stuff on top, that's just because I always spoon some of that grease over the top to help melt the cheese and just give it that great flavor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm just going to let this cool down for a second. And whenever I come back, we'll build our burger. Okay, let's build up our hash brown cheeseburger. Alright, so y'all see how I did this? This really helps to cool stuff off. I stuck that fork under there. That way it could kind of get some air up under there. But alright, so this is how I'm going to do it. Now, you know, you can do it however you want to do or whatever you want on it. If you want to make like a, I know a lot of people love to make the Big Mac sauce and all of that. But I'm going to start with some ketchup. Now, I don't normally eat ketchup on a burger. I don't mind it if I order a burger and it's on there, but I just typically don't. But I want it on this one because of my hash brown. So I'm going to start with it. I love ketchup with potatoes. Well, I'm trying to not squeeze it out real heavy. There we go. I love ketchup with potatoes and fries and stuff like that. Chicken nuggets or any kind of fried chicken. Alright, so we got our ketchup, and then let's go ahead and do our burger. I might need to cut some of this. I don't know. I think it'll be okay because it is really thin. We're just gonna go with it, y'all. We're gonna put it on there just like that. Well, I tell you what, I think the other stuff will stay on there better if we don't. So, it certainly won't matter a bit to have a little bit on the side to nibble on. So, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to cut it a little bit. There we go. This thing will make it easier to eat. And we're going to go ahead and try a bite of this. That looked good, y'all. It tastes good, too. Goodness. Alright, so we got that, and then I'm just going to do some onions, which might have been better if we'd done it in between. Oh well. It's one of them things you learn and then you know better next time. I'm going to put some pickles, just some dill pickles here. And I chopped all these up in little fine pieces because you know how it is when you're trying to bite into something and you pull the whole piece off. And especially eating something like this, I thought I'm going to chop them up really fine. Okay. And that is all the toppings I'm going to do besides some, I'm going to do some mustard. Now, I love mustard on just about any kind of sandwich. Okay. Then I think I want to do a little bit more ketchup if I can get it to come out right. I don't want a big blob. There we go. Okay. This thing looks wonderful. Let me get it up here. Whoop. If I mess this thing up, I'm going to be upset. Look at this, y'all. Hash brown cheeseburger. Have you ever? And I'm definitely going to have this here, too. That's delicious. Alright, I know Belle will want a little bite of that. And now listen, you can use another one and put on top if you want to do it like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it as like an open face. But you certainly can. And to me, I know this is not low calorie because we're using the potatoes instead of the bun, or low carb, I meant. But for me, if I had to choose what carbs I take in, I would much rather have potatoes than bread. So it's a win-win for me for that. All right, y'all, I'm just going to pick this up and eat it. It really, like, this here is so crispy. It's very sturdy. It really holds up really well. A lot better than you would think. That's why I wanted to go ahead and cut that little side of it off. But I am going to try to push the burger on down this way so I can make sure to get that in the first bite. But yeah, get your hash brown real crispy, and it holds up really good. All right, here we go. Mmm. That's good. I'm going in for another bite. I feel like I'm eating a cheeseburger and tater tots. That's what it feels like. Mmm. That's so good. It's just so different. It's something just, I feel like that napkin ain't doing me no good. I have these little cheap roll. I had ran out, and so I had to grab a roll at the grocery the other day. And you know, at places like that, you don't get the good stuff. You just gotta grab the cheap one and deal with it till you can get your other stuff. But anyway, this is just, I love it because it's different. And I mean, I love fixing it up like this, and it's good. Mm. Mm-hmm. Y'all have to try it. Hash brown cheeseburger. New thing. Well, no, I'm sure people make them all the time, but it's new for me. Anyway, y'all, there's something else that I intended on making to go with this, even though I've already eaten about half of it. But it would be a different video. I've still got some stuff I've got to do to get it ready, so I'll turn this off, and it'll be another individual video. But anyway, y'all, this is perfect for if you need to make a lot for a lot of people. You know, that package comes with 10 hash browns. Put all them on a baking sheet and cook them. Make out your patties. Or it's also good if, I know I have a lot of people on here that they're only cooking for 1 or 2. That's perfect too, because you can pop those in the freezer, get them out one at a time. Pat you out some burgers, or you can buy them already patted out, however you want to do. And freeze them individually. Just don't freeze them in the big pack. Freeze them, you know, break them up and freeze them like that. And then you can have you a hash brown burger. Cheeseburger. All right, y'all. I hope y'all try this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.